The Wild Wild West.
Dude. Can we start over? My voice cracked, dude.
Leave it in.
Hey.
Hey, guys.
Hey, guys. Thank you, guys. Thanks for coming, man.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. I did wear a tank top. I wasn't, it's not like a thing. I'm just trying to.
I had a mog on us.
I'm not mogging at all. I'm humbly asking for notes from the viewership. Like,
You're doing
if
nothing
you
to
guys see
quash the
anything
rumors.
you guys I need to work on, just let me know. Arnold used to wear belly shirts when he was bulking just to give himself the motivation.
Is that like it cuts off like right here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
I think laid back jacked is such a statement that
I'm not even
it's
jacked.
almost overpowering how
Matt.
nonchalant you're trying
Matt,
to be about
humble
it.
jack.
I saw you at the pool 2 weeks ago. Your back is out of control.
Are you serious?
You've got a huge muscular back. Everybody noticed that you turned around. The people I was with said, "Oh,
It's from carrying this goddamn podcast.
I don't even think they knew about comedy. People were going, a guy with a big back?
You serious? I never got to check my back. Is it going like Cobra style or like
Man.
what are we talking?
No one spontaneous. I've seen earlier pictures of you. No one accidentally gets a huge ripped
You're like a
back.
manta ray. You're like a manta ray.
Dude,
back
I
there,
swear to God. It's just Maka. My stack is just Maka and Shia Labeouf.
Yo, I just got on the Jeet today.
Did you really?
The first time. It's gross. It tastes nasty.
horrible.
I was
It's like scary how bad it is.
well, I was sniffing. I got it also from like a sketchy like online web store, and so I was like, I don't even know. It's just like a black like tar in a. I don't even know what it is. I'm like, it smells like
I have to smoke
gross.
it
I'm
out
like,
of
let me
a
just put
glass
it. It's like I guess I put it in water and just drink it, but it was really nasty.
Gross. You got to kind of put it in coffee, I feel like.
Okay, yeah. It said to put it in milk. People put it in milk. I was like, that sounds like a weird. combo.
I've tried to put it right under my tongue, and it's just like
Yeah, me and the guys at the gym, we just go raw. And
you do
throw it back.
You've load maxed for a while.
Oh, is that why you're doing it for load maxing?
I'm just going kind of male enhancement all around.
Yeah, I'm going.
Did you say big
zinc,
cum supplement?
yeah, zinc, ashwagandha,
Zinc is a big,
Yeah.
L-arginine,
Arginine.
and I'm doing 2 more that I forget the name.
Are you
of
still
off the top of my head.
LM?
I haven't since I started the move, but yeah, I was doing it for about a month or 2.
I don't understand.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What's like the
So
ideal
cool.
amount of time to like load max before it's like now I'm gonna let the load out? Like it's
I'd say you're probably not going to see any results until like probably a week or 2 in.
Okay.
Like the first day you
Whoa.
take it, it's like who gives a fuck, and then like
Yeah.
2 weeks in, you're just like I can never go back, and then you fall off one day and you go I'll get back to it, and then you never take it again, and then all the supplements expire in your cabinet.
But you did get that one
That's my
time.
experience with
You
load
did get
maxing.
that one time.
Yeah, you kind of like I don't. It's not sustainable. You're not going to be impressed by your load because then you're just like, well, now I need to go bigger.
I don't
just
understand.
raise the bar, raises the bar for your
Is
load.
the secret to
Now you're
having
load
a
chasing.
large amount of ejaculate not just to wait a couple of days? If you just wait a couple of days, don't you have a lot
Who
of
has time?
But if you do both of those things
Exactly.
in conjunction,
What, you just
then
have every
Yeah.
day a huge
Not every
gushing-
day. You save it for like this. This is what I do now. I just go like I've started telling my wife. I've talked about this before, but it's like I have completely lifted my like sexual offense. I've retired it completely. I
You're
just tell
playing
my
a
wife.
defensive game now?
I tell her like, look, I'm just here. I'm not going to pressure you about it. I was like, I'm trying to retain. If you need to break the glass, you go right ahead, but try not to do it more than once a week.
and now is this having the reverse psychological effect that you're
For
hoping
sure.
it does, or are you just withering away?
No, dude, I'm just retaining seed and just getting.
that's what's up. That's what's up. I'm the full year.
Are you? Oh,
Not a full year, but since I haven't jade off since 2024 because I love to tell people like, oh, you jerk off. That's so 2024.
so you've been off the nog since
Yeah.
2024.
Yeah, I've been off the nog, off no porn, no Jane off.
No PMO,
What's PMO?
porn masturbation orgasm.
Definitely been off of that. But I will say the amount that I think
PMO
about it.
cycle.
I thought it was pissed me off. My daughter's been saying PMO all the time. That's what she means. She keeps saying TSPMO. And now I'm
What's
rethinking everything.
TSPMO mean?
This shit pissed me off.
Oh, it's probably
Oh,
this shit pissed me
I
off.
thought
better
transsexual
be.
TS should be transsexual. huh? Transsexual pornography masturbation orgasm.
You might want to dig in.
I went wrong somewhere maybe 6 years ago. No, we'll be okay.
But yeah, I'm so far past. I don't even. I mean, I think about
Do you
it.
ever
but
feel the urge? You ever feel the pull?
just constantly. Well, it's really mainly like it is kind of nice because I feel the urge only when I'm in my apartment not doing anything because it's literally just an indication that I should go out and do
Yes.
something. but only when I'm like, when I'm just like wallowing
Pavlov's
away.
hog.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
the
just-
hotel rooms on the road are very scary.
I just download
That's trouble.
like a dating app and just swipe to see like is someone sexually interested in me at all, and like it's crazy. I'm just like basically gooning on Tinder, just like, oh, who wants to fuck me?
Well, that's what I was going to ask. If you're completely resisting the urge, what are your social media algorithms looking like?
So I will say I'm the type of guy that I have been slowly like unfollowing like any kind of like hot girl account, and then if anyone even posts anything that has like
Go ahead, sorry.
like a girl in like a bikini or anything, I'm just like, I don't need to see this filth on my timeline.
For sure.
I just
Sick,
unfollow it. So it's a lot more. It's basically my algorithm is all just like anime videos, like Catholic bullshit, basically.
I was following No Fly Honeys, and the algorithm found me out.
Yeah, they
And,
they
starting your
they
butts and
send
stuff?
salvos into your timeline
Yes.
all the time.
But I found you can reset it. You can fully default.
What's no fly honey? What is that?
I wasn't following any Fly Honeys on my Instagram.
you said I
Muscle
thought
babes.
I thought you were about babes are going to get off the ground. I'm like, that's fucking sick. So you have no
They're so
fly
heavy.
babes.
No, but then the algorithm still goes, you've lingered on this, obviously you like this, and then
Yeah,
it increases.
yeah.
But I found you can do a hard reset on it where you go,
Yeah.
just take me back to day one of the algorithm before you knew anything
Cats.
about me.
So you're
Yeah.
throwing the baby
And
out with
that's
the bathwater then.
I was getting women making sourdough with huge breasts. And,
Yeah.
and
Wow, that's crazy. We were just watching that on Panties in the Mouth the other day.
I mean, it's
Yeah, there was like porn warm-up girls. I'm always kind of like sketched out. Like, is it like, do they stop? Is that like a woman dipping her toe in like sexual entertainment? Like,
on like Instagram and stuff.
yeah, the
Oh,
ones
they're
who aren't doing like porn or
digital
OnlyFans. Yes, digital fluffers.
But sometimes
it's
they,
still
they
part
like,
of the ecosystem of the
Yeah.
flesh.
I feel like they make like soft
Big
like
ecosystem.
yeah.
Yes.
I think they try and butter you up. They try and calm you down. They try and
Yep.
go, this is all right. Well, that gets you going. They know. They're trying to, I believe, on the X. I had to get off the X because then
That's all porn.
It was all porn, but then I would find
No, it's
at
not,
other
man.
times when I think they geotag it as well. I noticed the algorithm was different. When I was out and about in public, I was getting different things recommended to when I was alone
Wait, hold on.
in a room. Yes.
What do you mean? You're just walking down the street. You're like, fuck, it's changing.
No, so I was looking at the show. I was like, "There's nothing erotic here.
Really?
This is nice." And then I was alone in a
Whoa.
room, and it was very erotic. And they know where I am, and
You
they're
might
out
just
to
be in a
get me.
room getting horny too, though. To be fair, you could be right. You could be right, but that could be. I know
be
that
wrong.
because I get in a hotel room and I'm like, I look like Britney Spears from like an early music video. I'm just laying on the bed, like, I'm just gyrating my hips on the bed. I'm bound in chains.
Feel the motions.
Like the algorithm's crazy right now.
I bought a new phone though. I'm trying again with a dumb phone.
Oh, really?
I've got the minimalist phone. It's a normal Chrome phone.
like a flip.
No, it just has a e-reader Kindle screen, so you can do everything on it, but it looks terrible. And it's black
see.
and white.
I'm gonna text you
You still get
80085. Fuck you up. That's not bad. So you're going for the kind of like somewhat dumb phone, but it'll give you maps and stuff though.
Maps, Uber, Spotify,
Oh, that's all you need.
and then I think I'm safe. And then I think I can just live
You're
a
gonna see
normal life
one
in the
set
world.
of grayscale tits, and it's gonna change everything. Now you're gonna be like, I'm gonna get a fucking.
But I'll be chasing that in real
Morse
life.
code device.
I'll start wearing weird glasses in the bedroom.
Start getting etch a sketches shipped from Vietnam. You have an artist down there. You got a plug down there.
Hello. No, it's my egg rolls have arrived.
Oh, your egg rolls. Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Time out. Pause the podcast. We finally got your egg rolls.
No, I can wait. I can hold off. I can delay gratification.
dude, you serious?
If you can go without ejaculating in almost a year,
Well,
then
he's-
I can.
You're soft mode basically.
What's soft
Soft
mode?
mode is when a woman can get it out of you.
Oh no, so I'm hard mode. I mean, I'm the hard all the time mode basically. But
You're celibate.
yeah, I'm trying to be like a good good Catholic man.
Yes.
Avoid
Yeah, desert. I would say
premarital.
desert Catholic.
desert. Yeah, I'm like a desert father right now. Just fucking
Yeah.
Just in my exodus, just roaming around the desert, getting lost.
And
But
you're getting jacked as well.
what?
You've
Oh
bulked
yeah,
up.
yeah. I thought you meant I was getting. No, I'm not. I'm getting. Yeah, I've been.
You got to get jacked one way or the other.
Dude,
Well, that's the thing. I've been trying to
my back is just full of fucking cum. I'm like a camel. It's just nut.
Yeah, everyone's like,
sacks
Egan,
are
what's your
full.
secret? I was like, well, you gotta not jerk off for 6 months. That you start there.
You're never going to believe it, guys. This episode of Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast is brought to you by Dude Wipes. If you're still dry wiping with toilet paper, it's time to show your beehole some respect and upgrade to Dude Wipes. Why? Because Dude Wipes are wet. and extra moisture cleans away that dry what dry never could. They leave no room for dingleberries and stray butt crumbs that TP might miss. Plus, they're extra large and designed for adults. Dude wipes tackle the mess without any fuss, and flushable design makes it clean up a breeze. No more endless rolls or settling for less than perfect wipes. Think about the last time you really could have used dude wipes. They're good for cleaning up cum. Dude wipes, best clean, pants down. Available on Amazon and major retailers nationwide.
But yeah, man, I wouldn't suggest it to everybody, but it's been good.
What do you do if you're walking down the street and you see like an attractive woman?
I just fall in love immediately.
I have a
make eye
giant
contact for
heart
2 seconds
pound
and I
out of
look-
my chest, and my tongue unrolls, and God forbid I'm wearing glasses because those eyeballs are going to shoot
through and break.
I've read you're supposed to, from Desert Catholic training, you're supposed to just see them, and as soon as you feel your like body chemistry change, you just wish them the best. You go, I just really hope she has a
Here
good
is the
life.
tale.
Just like say like a Hail Mary in my brain. It's like, I can't think of her like that.
I think it's two monks walking along, and the old monk and the young monk, and they see a beautiful woman, and the young monk shields his eyes and looks away, and the old monk is able to look at her, and the young monk's like, "Oh, are you a pervert? You're able to look at a woman?" And the old monk's like, "I'm so ordered. I'm able to look at a woman and just move on with my day. I don't have to hate myself. I don't have to hate God's beautiful creation in that woman's huge, lovely breasts." And
Well, that was Gandhi's move.
That's what I do when I see women. I'm like, I'm so ordered, I don't even think you're hot.
Gandhi was sleeping in a bed with girls.
Sleeping
no?
in bed with young concubines, I guess, because he could avoid the temptation. He never even
Weren't they his
tried
like
anything.
nieces?
Yeah, it's, you know,
You had to take what you get.
Work with
Small,
what you got.
small village, yeah.
For sure.
I
Yeah,
heard
mean,
Gandhi did that. Yeah, he would lay in bed,
and not do anything.
Oh, just cuddle puddle?
cuddle.
No, he probably went arms at his sides, completely rigid, just like I don't even feel anything about this. I don't feel your flesh
People
on
going,
me.
Gandhi, we need you to write legislation for the country. You've got a job to do. No, I have to be in the bed with the nieces.
Just starving in a cuddle puddle.
I mean, zooming out, you know, he didn't know people would know about that. He was just, it was
I
just
think he wrote about it.
How old was he when he did that? That's the question.
He was older, right?
Well, when he was younger, I think I might get this wrong. I think his father died and he was having sex with his wife at the time.
good.
Like he was meant to be in there with his dad, but he said, "Oh, I might have sex with my wife and then go and visit dad, but first sex with the wife." And then he died, and he felt so ashamed that he stopped.
Oh, his father died, and he.
Yeah, like it was something like he could have seen his father one more time if only he hadn't.
laying
had
with
sex
his
with
wife.
his
That
wife.
was why I never jacked on holidays as a child, because I thought my grandparents were going to die on a holiday, on like Thanksgiving or something, and it would be like, oh man, God was busy watching me jack off instead of saving my grandmother's life for Thanksgiving dinner.
That's true.
So I avoided it. I avoided it every single time, and then eventually I broke, and then it was just every day for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I used to torture myself over the Easter beat. That was the one that like really I'd be like, come on, dude, don't do it.
Yeah.
And it was just I'd be on autopilot with the Kohl's catalog bra section, like, forgive me, Father.
And it's also rough because then you actually have to go to like mass and be like,
I was post mass.
Oh man,
I used to get torqued at Easter mass, like wildly so. It was crazy.
see everybody in their Sunday's best. You're just like, oh
Beautiful.
my god, I'm so horny.
Summer dresses.
Spring has sprung. Yeah,
Some new hairstyles. You know, the girls are trying out new looks that you're not really getting in the
dude.
class.
I mean, genetically, I was a pagan. I was just the goddess Freya, dude. Was just.
You really interpret it's Oster for you. You're having the full pagan fertility festival.
What's Ostiff?
Oster was
Oster?
Oh, yeah.
I won't say original, but that's all. Whenever Dan Brown's like, and did you know that Easter was actually a sex festival? It was
Yeah.
called Oster, and the
I don't like
Vikings
that. I don't
used
like
to.
that at all. I don't believe that.
Dude,
Neither.
the Aphrodite shit's crazy. The Temple of Aphrodite.
I don't know anything about the Temple of Aphrodite.
It was when it was like around the time when Paul was riding around, being like trying to get everyone to become Christians.
Oh, when he's sending his letters.
Yeah, when he sent all of
Yeah.
his epistles, and they were like, he's like, come to a church with us, and there was one place, I forget where it was, but they were like, we have a temple that just sells meat, and then it was like literally OnlyFans in real life.
Yeah.
It would just be a temple of maidens.
This is a
And
big
you
thing
would
in the
just-
ancient world was the priestess whore.
Yes, that's
Because I know in Gilgamesh, there's the this might not be exciting.
No, I'd like to hear it.
I'm all ears.
Gilgamesh is too powerful, and the gods want to crush him. So they sent for him I think his name's Eridu or something, but he's a big hairy guy who's crazy, and the whole town is ruined by this hairy man who's meant to get in Gilgamesh's way. He's too powerful. It's a very strange introduction to the story.
Yeah.
But then the townspeople get together and they go, take him to the priestess hooker.
Yeah, the slut place.
And he'll have sex with her, and then he'll be civilized because he'll be ashamed from having.
Oh, the hairy guy will be.
Yes.
Oh, he loses his.
And then he comes, and then immediately he goes, "Oh, what have I been doing? I got to get my life together."
Oh,
And that's the start of
lost his
the
strength.
Epic of Gilgamesh.
he lost his strength.
But that they would have, the strip club and the temple were one.
yeah.
Which also at a strip club, that is the vibe of the men. At a woman's strip club, everyone's hooting and hollering and they're going woo and they're trying to bite people. And at a men's strip club, usually just very sad, lonely guys sitting there alone, staring into
It's a temple of the flesh.
oblivion. Yes.
Yeah, true. That's true. And it's a lot more reverent, I would say. Except, yeah, but then you get like when you're throwing money at them. I guess I don't know.
Different races, different strip clubs, I would say, would be it.
You never tossed bills?
Oh, no. In Australia, we don't.
That's a regular.
Really?
That's
yeah,
just
that's
a
pretty
regular
regular.
strip
That's
club.
America. I mean, I'm sorry.
We don't have
turning it
dollar bills might be a big difference. And
The
throwing,
coins?
throwing a big $5 is... I mean, well, how long am I going to be here for? That sounds like I've got college tuition to prepare for. Can't
Yeah,
throw
they throw money. I saw someone throw a quarter at a stripper's butthole one time. That was, you getting coins are like no go.
Okay.
Yeah, you get in trouble for that.
I had a dark time back when I was like a wee lad. I did the fold on the and they clap their ass cheek and fucking.
You laid a
grab
little mousetrap.
the mousetrap. Dude, the whole time the DJ was like, "Yo, give it up for Bieber."
Hold on, so you would put it on your face.
Fold. I'd go to lipsticks, 3X's, lipsticks, and then
You would just try to catch. You would try to catch the
they would
snail.
catch it with their ass cheeks.
Whoa!
I just got fucking pink eye or something.
What does
So
sound like
you,
a
were playing, you were
talent.
playing like claw game.
Yeah, but they're very accurate claw game.
Whoa!
Yeah, and the prize was pink.
Did you ever go to Thailand?
No, I went to Japan.
always-
I went to Japan only.
I'll never make it to Thailand. There's nothing taking
Why are
me
you
to
trying to go to?
No,
pervert
just I
country?
always wonder about the people have and a whole bird came out of there. At the Thai sex. The Thai they have the weird sex show. Maybe this is just the thing we know about in Australia because that's where everybody goes. But in Thailand, that's the spot. Ladies shooting ping pong balls and having live creatures come out of
we
their
don't
I've
have
genitals.
been to one of those.
You know about that stuff?
in like
You know-
Amsterdam.
What's the other thing about Thailand that people want to go for? Because that seems to be it.
The monarchy. The
Yeah.
beautiful
Oh,
monarchy
yes.
that we
Oh,
all love
yes.
so much. Great rock and roll music of the late 60s, early
Wait, so
70s.
Australia? Yeah, you guys are close to Thailand, so that's where you guys go.
It's where a lot of our more sometimes they'll often in Australia
It's
there's a
frowned
man
upon
who
in America.
loves going to Thailand.
Huh?
Because you guys do gap years and stuff.
But you'll know a guy at the office always. You'll be working somewhere and there's a guy who just fucking goes to Thailand twice a year.
And is everybody
Twice
suspicious
a
of
year
him?
he's in
Or
Thailand. He's
are
like,
you
I'm going
guys
back to Thailand. There are comedians who are like, I can't wait to get back. I do my podcast in Thailand all the time.
It's frowned upon in America. If you know anyone who goes to
Wow.
Thailand, it's kind of like
If you,
You get-
if you go regularly,
if
that's
you're not
that's not a
Thai-
good sign.
yeah.
If you are Thai, fine. You're allowed to go back to Thailand. If you're
But yeah,
white
somebody,
and going
you
to
know,
Thailand,
you got to get over there so people can fuck you.
once every 4 years is the absolute maximum, I think.
4
that you can-
years?
Yeah, you're right.
I
Once
think
ever,
going
you
there
got
at
one
all.
trip, full
I'll
stop.
never go there.
Yeah, I can confidently say I'm never going to go to Thailand.
Never there or Dubai. My wife's trying to go to Dubai, and I was like, Brittany, I'll never,
insane.
ever go to fucking Dubai in my life.
Just hang out with some sheiks.
I just have no interest. I'm like, it's
Yeah.
like Atlantic City run by Muslims, and then it's like I'll get arrested if I have a vape pen in
It's
my.
like Atlantic City, 15 years in the future.
Well, it's also like then if I have a vape cartridge in my bag, I'll go to jail for 7 years. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, bro, no fucking thanks.
I mean, you think Brittany will observe enough decorum so that she doesn't end up in like an underground prison?
She'll be like that lady. Do you remember that one Muslim lady
I
in
need
Pakistan? Remember the lady in
$100,000 to
Pakistan?
fix this country.
Wait, what happened?
Some black lady tried to take over Pakistan for $100,000.
Nice.
You didn't see the video?
She tried
Oh,
to
dude,
take it
it's
over.
She just
incredible.
like there was just a black lady in
She
Pakistan.
got catfished all the way to
Yes.
Pakistan and then showed up and did like a press conference that made like national news. And she said, I need the government to give me $100,000. The roads aren't paved. I don't know if I've seen a bathroom since I got here. I'm going to fix this. Y'all need to give me the money. And I think she disappeared for a while after that.
I haven't heard from her.
They just like stoned her.
It was a failed campaign.
They didn't want to solve the problem.
Someone must have got. I think Beyonce went over there and rescued her.
They sent the Brittany Griner Defense Force to extract her.
I did see in the clip the Pakistani dudes were kind of laughing. I didn't know if they'd be like spazzing. You could see them in there like.
They thought she was playing.
True.
Wait, did she want the money to fix the country for them, or as
Yeah, she
recompense?
said, "You give it to me, I'll make it happen.
I think she wanted money too. I think she wanted it for herself too.
I'll pay myself out, but then I'll
Yeah.
pave all the roads and I don't know.
And then I'll have 80,000 left for me.
dishes on all
Yeah.
your huts.
She needed like $3,000 a week. I think she wanted. She was like, I want $3,000 a week, and then maybe I think she was like, all right, give me a fucking lump sum. Fine.
I could fix Pakistan for $3,000 a week. I think.
Also, can anyone just like have a press conference? It's like I need to call a press conference in
I mean,
Pakistan.
it was just they had a black lady wilding out. I don't think they've ever had a black lady wilding out in Pakistan.
It's like, we're gonna put her on the news. This is
It's
crazy.
It's just insane. I mean, you know what the divorce rate is in Pakistan?
No
It's like 0.1 or 0%.
respect.
That's at least my Uber driver told me that.
I mean, they probably
I
can't.
think that's not true,
I swear to God, dude.
isn't it? Because in Islam, it's usually very easy to get a divorce.
Yeah, they do like 1 hour divorce and then you go back.
In
Really?
Iran,
I thought that, are they not
Yeah.
able to have multiple? Is that not a thing that they do?
You can.
You
You
gotta
got to afford it. You got to prove you can afford them.
Okay.
and you are
told
not
me that as
allowed to
well.
have a threesome. I found out the
What?
wives are not allowed to be in a bedroom together, and they get you on different days. So if you have two wives, you get to pick a 4-day-a-week wife and a 3-day-a-week wife,
Really?
and it's a split marriage.
Wait, you can't mix wives?
No, the wives don't get to get up to any time
sister
fully with
wife
each other.
situation.
They're both married to you, but they're not married to each other. I did a lot of reading about this when I was thinking about Islam
Really?
as a vibe, and then I saw that and I thought, this is not as fun as it sounds.
0.3 to
That's very
0.7%
low.
divorce rate.
Yeah, bro.
It's admirable.
What's the rate of killing your wife?
I don't think they can
It's,
get
gotta be like,
accurate.
it's probably matches the divorce rate in the U.S. 53%.
Probably don't have accurate numbers for that because of the way they are.
Yeah, I told you, man.
Yeah. What are the rates of freak wife accidents?
Now, if I was in Pakistan, say I had 3 wives, could I have one wife where all we did is I brought her around, had a bag of toys, and then I got to have like my friends have sex with her? That's what apparently Kanye West was doing.
I think that's
It's called a
haram.
freak bag. It's a freak bag. You bring a
freak
freak
bag?
bag for your wife. There's a term for it. It's called, oh God, what's the name? It's like an elevated cucking where it's like you're way more proactive. Fuck, I gotta find the term for that.
Well, you're pimping your wife out.
Sort of.
No, there's no money.
There's no money.
Oh,
This is all
you're a pro
gratification.
boner.
It's all play. It's all play. But you bring a freak bag. You show up and you bring a freak bag. Let me see if I can find the video.
Is it
I don't
hot,
like
hot
that.
wifing?
It's not hot wifing. It's a
Okay.
whole.
Let's just throw it every term.
Hold on, I'll get
I
this
think
term.
Kanye's journey along the road to Christianity has taken a couple of
He took a hard
big
detour.
left turns.
He
yeah.
did, yeah.
I'll find this.
Those
I'll
are
get
God's favorite.
The prodigal.
Yeah.
The prodigal.
He's got to come back.
You know? What greater proof than someone on a journey like that?
Freak bag.
It's called like a. Here we go. Stag vixen.
Whoa.
It's called a stag vixen.
Just because it has a cool name doesn't make it right.
Yeah, it's
It is a cool name.
Yeah. It's called a hoe bag. That's what you bring up. You bring a hoe bag full of toys and you go to a party and you just kind of like, and it's just, I don't know. That's what they said Kanye and Diddy were doing.
I heard a rumor that
Allegedly.
he suspected she was some sort of federal agent sent to spy on him, and that he was
Really?
embarrassing her on purpose,
Oh, kind of
like
like
seeing how
humiliation
far
kind
she
of
can
thing.
push it. And bringing a bag where other men will,
Stag vixen?
yes.
Again, this is all obviously
The
hearsay.
theory is it's definitely evidence in its
Kind
favor.
of makes sense why he spent so much time in Japan. I feel that's something they'd be kind of into over there. You know,
Yeah. Who?
that kind of play.
Stag vixen? The Japanese?
Yeah.
True.
They kind of had. They
Were
kind
they
of big on there.
sexually unusual before the atomic explosions, or did that kick that off?
I don't know. I
I
think
don't
there's
know.
like ancient scrolls of like a middle-aged Japanese man smoking a cigarette and fucking with this face
I have
while like a
seen-
girl cries
There
on
is
a
an
rice mat
there
on
is
the
a
floor.
genuinely there's an octopus print.
Yeah,
that
they've always
dates from
they've always
hundreds
been
of
that
years
way.
ago.
Oh, like an early
There's a
hentai?
woman being entered by an octopus.
I
But
think
that's very
they have the Hawaiians have that with like an eel. There was a giant eel that was fucking ladies in like the Polynesian culture.
Weren't the Hawaiians? Aren't they kind of?
Maui killed him.
That didn't
weren't
make
they
its
like-
way into Moana. That's Moana 3. That's
That's like the X and XX version of it that they do.
I'm sure it exists.
Dang, you're going to fucking like Disney cut porns, dude.
Sometimes it pops up. I mean, I don't look at that. Back in my early days, back in my dark days.
Yeah, right, dude. Just watching it, just being like, yeah, I remember this movie. This would be so much better. I never got into like the cartoon like Simpsons porn. I never got into that. Never.
Well, you missed out.
That was
You know
my
that
first
curiosity in the back of your mind that kind of never goes away no matter how old you get?
No, there was always
Sometimes it's cool to indulge, man.
That was my first
What was
thing.
Homer working with? Hammer?
packing heat, I would guess.
They didn't hog out anybody on the Simpsons
real?
porn. No, yeah.
Wait, anybody is in?
I
Who
might be
else?
thinking of Bart's boner right now, but I don't think I saw anyone with huge meat on any
Bro,
of that
that's
shit.
CP, bro.
I know.
Bart's in the 4th grade. That's CP. Yo.
Yeah, well,
So you're saying they all worked with kind of regular meat?
barricade myself in my home with Simpsons porn. Come and take it, pigs. It's just Marge sucking off Bart.
I always found that The Simpsons was fairly erotic enough. You always think that they have a good, healthy sex life in their marriage.
I don't
Like
know.
a lot of shows, you can't pick the sexual dynamic of the characters, but Marge and Homer are, I think, very satisfied in one another. You never get the sense that, no?
I've never once thought that. I don't.
Like
I
Hank and
have.
Peggy,
Really?
I go, I don't know what they're getting up to. I don't know how the King of the Hill sex life is, but I always think,
Marge struck me as kind of a freak, actually.
yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, Marge and Homer, they have a very sensual relationship.
It
and
is
that's
very
clear.
sensual.
It's communicated very clearly. There's little moments where Marge will, Homer will say something like, "Oh, I'll do that thing where I, nibble on your elbow or whatever," and Marge goes,
Also, homie, the homie. That was like, that's. I kind of like her little pet name
what?
from like she called
Homie.
Homie. That's got
Homie,
some intention to
Yeah,
it.
now that you mention
"Dave, you
it.
think Homer ever sucks Marge's tits?"
Yes.
Gotta, right?
Well, she's given birth very
Canonically.
recently. She'd still be breastfeeding. He's probably not allowed to touch him because for the entirety of The Simpsons, they have a 1-year-old
1-year-old.
baby.
Mm-hmm.
But
We've never seen Marge nurse, and now this is suddenly bothering me.
I never
not
thought
like
about that. Marge doesn't breastfeed.
How did they
Marge-
not tackle that topic when that became a big thing and women started breastfeeding at restaurants? How did they not do a Marge episode where she was like,
Whipping it out. Yeah, man. Yeah, well, I feel like the women used to like, didn't you used to like hide a woman in the basement to breastfeed? Because I never saw
They're
women.
trying to do that.
Actually, I feel like when I had little brothers and sisters, I feel like I might have walked into the room one time and be like, Jesus fucking Christ.
There's a lot of. I mean, at the airport they have those pods,
The pods are nice.
which I assume
jack-off
guys are using
pods
for jacking off.
featuring lactation?
Yes.
The goon pods.
I
good to
shamed
know that is
somebody
what's being done
recently in the airport for a family bathroom. I was waiting outside, the whole family, and I'm like taking for fucking ever, and I don't hear any kids. I'm like, this is someone taking a shit.
Yeah.
And I waited and waited. He's like, "Oh, I'm in here." Took his sweet time, and I was just boiling, dude. Because like my kid, like there was like a line for the girls' bathroom.
Yeah.
So it was just like long as fuck, and my kids were like, "The boys' bathroom is disgusting." I kind of drilled it in their heads. I'm like, "You guys don't want to be in here. This place is fucked up." And then the guy opens the door, and I was like, "What the fuck, dude? Where's your kids?" And he was like, grumbled away. Fully shamed him.
It's great. You got to feel handicapped for the first time.
Yeah, true. Yeah. I am handicapped. I've made the argument: if you have 2 kids in your car, you can park in a handicapped spot. You're fully handicapped. It'd be easier to get around in a wheelchair. Put me in a fucking wheelchair
No,
for
I'm
a
on
week.
board with this.
Piece of cake, dude.
Too many handicap spots now in America. I went to a theme park. I went to Kings Island in Cincinnati. It was a theme park. You can't get it. I paid extra for the premium parking, well behind the handicap.
All
parks.
fucking handicap. That's some
All
bullshit.
handicap.
I will say
Should we
this.
reduce the number of handicap spots? Or,
Yes.
or should
Or-
we start checking?
Here's what I say.
Reduce the number of handicapped.
Well, if it should be, if you want the classic blue and white logo, you have to have like some sort of proof on your windshield of like what you're working with. If you're just fat handicapped, there should be a handicap with there's a small FAT. So there should be regular handicap and then just purely fat handicap.
They should make you watch ads too for fat handicap. I
should
want
the image
handicap
be
plus,
bigger.
no ads.
Just a Carl's Jr. ad.
To help you change, it should be a slightly smaller park.
They do that on what is it? Southwest Airlines. Because you can pay to get on first to try to get those first 4 seats so you have super leg room. But then it's like you'll have people in wheelchairs and it's like whatever. I don't think they're even allowed in those front seats. But then you'll get fat handicap, and you're just like, you son of a bitch. I know you're taking those 2 front seats, you motherfuckers. Just standing there, nothing, just no wheelchair, no cane, just crushing some New Balances, leaning forward. And you're
Have you actually had the experience of getting stuck next to a like significantly obese person on a flight?
No.
I've had people complain about my back being too big.
I've discovered a Southwest trick.
I've been buying 2 seats just in case.
Sir, please stop flexing your lats.
It's too swole. I've got a move on Southwest now that I do.
What do you do?
Because you're walking down the aisle and everyone's window seat, aisle seat in the middle. You look for people who look like they know each other, who are spread out, and you sit in between them. And then they feel uncomfortable with the stranger sitting between them, that they will give you either the aisle or the window, usually.
Ooh.
Yes. This is
Good
my
move.
I do late. I do like I don't ever upgrade it. I purposely do late, like boarding group C or whatever. Because single man, I go in there and just like scope out if there's like a pretty girl, just like just sit totally next to. It's like, whoa, that's so crazy. We sat next to each other. Like I sat next.
Do you
to
go
this,
to Tulsa a lot? Or do you have family there?
last time I flew, I didn't mean to do this on purpose, but I sat next to like a pretty like Latin lady, which is kind of my favorite. And I carry a rosary with me usually, and I had it in my pocket. And
You're peacocking.
I thought I left it. I thought I like dropped it. I was like very loudly. I was like, whoa, did I drop my rosary? Oh no, it's in my pocket. Thank goodness. Oh hey, what's up?
I'm sorry if that's uncomfortable pushing up against your enormous Latina ass.
I
You
dropped
just
my
had it-
rosary in Magnum condom. Excuse me. I have to get under there.
Just kidding. I don't
fold it in
use
your hands
condoms because
like
I'm trying to be a good cat.
Yeah.
Did you just let it drop out of the side of your hands like this? Like every
what is this?
roofer's tattoo?
Yeah,
I had the
I just have it kind of like dangling out of one pocket. Like, oh, rosary.
What'd she say?
Oh, I didn't. She didn't say anything, but
Did she give you a Dios mio?
no. I wish, dude. That would have been it for me. I would have probably come in my pants. So I got ideas, mio.
Thank God she didn't tempt you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Southwest and just stand next to the stewardess the whole time. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I thought we could just sit wherever you want to.
I'm sitting in the cockpit. I'm going to the
True.
cockpit. I want to finally get. I wonder if I dress my son up or one of them like a little pilot, and I say he loves this. Oh, he loves pilots.
They wouldn't let you fly.
No, but maybe they'd let him in there, and I'd get to accompany him into the cockpit.
you can do that if you're bored. You can be like, my kid wants to look in. You can
That's my
just
plan.
jump
They
in
don't
with
let you in there, just him. It's like, whoa, what the hell?
No, I wouldn't allow that.
them. True,
I'm not letting those pilots with all their.
dude. Every pilot looks exactly the same. For the most, I would say 80%
Yeah.
of pilots look exactly the same.
Same haircut.
Same
Same salt and
haircut.
pepper.
Same build,
It's crazy.
same age.
Same voice on the intercom.
Same
I feel
exact
like,
talk
yeah.
exactly the same. That
And
might
the
be
same
some sort of
cadence.
like thing they learn to do for air traffic control because they talk. All,
You guys watched the rehearsal, right?
I loved it.
I haven't seen it.
I
I
loved
heard
it.
it's good.
All right. So there's like kind of an explanation for it, and it's
Why?
like if you express any kind of like personal shortcomings, people start to look at you because it's like that leads down a path of like, is this guy suffering from like a mental health thing?
Spoiler alert: they're all very autistic.
Dude,
Really?
yeah. Maybe it attracts a certain type, or maybe you mold yourself into the right type. But in the last episode, Nathan actually does I guess a commercial flight in a 737 with an actual pilot as his co-pilot, and the guy completely goes like normal SpongeBob and like seems to not even have a thought the entire time.
Whoa.
And they're showing him like try to talk to him, and the guy's like, "What?" And they're just doing what back and forth. And Nathan was like, "Yeah, I thought you were about to say something," and the guy goes, "No, if I think anything that I have to say, I'll say it out loud," and then just eyes forward the entire flight. There's no like, "What's up, man? You see the game?"
Yeah,
You know,
it's just
none of that. They
locked in.
either do not think or they are able to suppress every thought that they have.
Whoa.
Pretty weird.
Dude, I've been watching The Accountant 1 and 2.
Dude, how is 2? I want to see it real
2's
bad.
pretty sick. It leans into kind of like the bromance between him and his brother a
Nice.
lot. But I've been wondering if like autists are kind of like an adaptation to live in kind of a more like computerized society. Because in 2, they are using the autist kids from the academy as like kind of like their own little powerhouse to like gather information. I'm like, dude, these guys are gonna be a hot
We need
commodity.
farms for these people.
Yeah, these
This is
guys.
That's why Bill Gates is vaccinating Africa. To
He
give
wants
them
his
the
own.
tech
He wants his
edge.
own little
Autistic army.
He wants the autist fucking squad.
If we're going to finally turn this into a techno-futurist regime, They
Yeah,
need
but
the gift
then
of the autistic.
he's got to be careful because then they can hit him with a little Dragon Ball Z, take the whole place down, drop the power grid. They'll be in there fucking trying to move water bottles with their minds.
I watched that video last night of the dude showing his progress of like moving water bottles and stuff, and I was like, how is he doing that?
This episode of Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast is brought to you by Dude Wipes. Riff prompts. When you wipe, are you sitting or standing? I started out sitting today, and then I actually, I'm not lying, I got saved by Dude Wipes today. I was in the bathroom taking a dump at Shane's house, and I had, you know what, like clings to the side of your butt, kind of? I had a large deposit cling to my butt, and it like literally, you know, did you ever get it on your hand at all when you wipe? I don't want to gross you guys out. Has like accidentally, have you ever got it on your hand? I did it. It literally happened to me today. Like I got it just a tiny bit on my hand. I was like, "Fuck."
Well, that's the joy of the Dude Wipe, an XL wipe for an XL man.
No, it came in handy. I would have had it gone home. It was such a disaster that thank God I did that. Guys, whichever way you wipe, it's time to show your beehole some respect and upgrade to Dude Wipes. Dude Wipes tackle the mess without any fuss, and the flushable design makes cleanup a breeze. They leave no room for dingleberries or stray butt crumbs that TP might miss. Plus, they're extra large and designed for adults. So no more endless rolls or settling for less than perfect wipes. Dude Wipes, best clean, pants down. Available on Amazon and at major retailers nationwide. But yeah, I've been going around for the last like 3 days pretending I'm the accountant pretty much the whole time. It's pretty sick.
The accountant's such a big W for white guys.
Yeah.
For white dorks.
It's huge. It's crazy.
I'll watch any bro movie with Bernthal. He's really good in that role.
He's great.
Like Fury, I rewatch Fury pretty often too. That's a great bro movie if you guys have never seen that.
Bernthal's I was trying to tell Brittany, I was like, dude, he's like he's like the best. He's really good. Everything I've ever seen him in. He's just spazzing, does a good job. I don't like the lollipops in The Accountant too. That's my one gripe. He just has lollipops in his mouth all the time. It's like just a thing. I'm like, come on, fucking lollipop out here. It's like a toothpick.
I wonder if he made that as his own like I'm gonna method this.
I wondered if he methoded.
What if he sucked lollipops the whole time?
That's what I was thinking about. I'm like, dude, if he put this in himself, I'm gonna be pissed.
I was wondering if Bernthal is well, all right. You remember when like the Shia Labeouf stuff happened?
Yeah.
And Bernthal was like his bro in his corner the whole time.
Yeah.
And he was doing like podcasts. Like Bernthal actually thinks he is the Punisher in real life.
Oh, I know.
He thinks he is like the hard-nosed like grit man.
Yeah.
And not just like a
thespian,
a bisexual theater kid.
Well, no one else is a mask actor. There's a big absence of masculine. Timothy Chalamet is the leading man for everything. He's a womanly.
He's
girl.
not that mask. Yeah, he's
a waif.
Who's the Spider-Man now?
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland's
Tom
very
Holland.
fake.
I'm fond of Tom.
He's British and gay.
Yeah, Bernthal's mask. And
Honestly,
honestly,
at the core, these guys are all the same.
well, here's the thing. To be fair, every movie I watch, I'm like, yeah, I'm that guy for at least 2 weeks, and it wears off. If I was the character, it would warp me, dude. I would completely think I'm a Navy SEAL. So I think it's a hazard of the industry.
He's been so method for so long.
He's been so method. I think he's lost in the he's lost in the role. I think he's tough now.
I guess so, man.
I swear to God. I'm still watching the rest of The Accountant too. I haven't finished it yet. So in my head, I'm like, nah, he's tough as fuck, dude. Like you have no idea. He could beat up a whole room of people.
Probably could.
It's basically perfectly manifesting in his brain. Just him doing these like tough guy roles has just like became like his inner monologue. He's like, I'm the tough guy.
When we watch the podcast you were talking about, him and Shia Labeouf, they do talk like, I don't even like. It's like a mix of like Navy SEALs and like Cholo gangbangers.
It's a different. It's a whole different language almost.
Brother. Let me tell you something about this, brother. They talk like Macho Man.
You have to think about yourself, brother. You know, as a man, and I'm coming to you as a man, and you're a man. And they're just the only word they're saying is man for upwards of 3 minutes.
How long have we been brothers for, brother? Let me tell you something.
Man, I don't know, brother.
Brother, let me tell you something about
Brother,
brothers.
about as long as I've been a man.
It's one of the all-time great
relatively
podcasts.
Recently.
It's one of the greatest podcasts ever recorded. Look, I'm not down with you hitting and pushing your wife, brother, but I get it, brother. I'm here for you in the corner. I'll grab you when you go to hit your wife. I'm that kind of guy that's grabbing your arms, driving my dick into your back. But I'm not right with that. if you want to punch your wife in the face, look, man to man, I get it. But I'm not gonna let you do it.
that's a different story.
I'm gonna jump in front of the fist, and if my head hits her head, that's on her. She's removed.
Doing pull shots on a guy's wife.
Clink me in the corner, maybe I'll bounce off and catch her in the fucking nose. But look, brother, yeah, it's the best. Those
If
two.
you want to jack off in a chair while I punch her in the face, brother, that's your prerogative, man.
I actually tombstoned my ex-wife and killed her. It was an accident. It was a tragic accident.
I threw my wife off a Hell in a Cell, brother.
I was actually thinking about that. I think yesterday I was thinking about Shia Labeouf, and I like Shia Labeouf.
I like Shia a lot.
I like him a lot, but I was thinking like, I think he's still with that lady. I don't know. I could be wrong.
The FK the Twigs.
No, he got back with his wife.
Oh, so that wasn't his wife. He didn't. He hit his girlfriend.
Did he
Allegedly.
hit FKA Twigs or
maybe
I
it was
think
a push.
it was FKA Twigs that he.
And again, I don't know if it was like a push. I don't know.
I thought he intentionally gave her a sexually transmitted disease.
I think that's
Ooh.
also.
And then she wrote a great album about it called Eusexua, which is maybe it's not even about, it's about movements. It's a great album. Great art has come out of that intentional ST.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, so that's on the record that he just didn't tell her.
I don't know. He apologized, but he was very vague about it. It's not clear what he's
fully converted to Catholicism. Apologized. I kind of like his arc so far.
He was. I hadn't seen his. I hadn't seen his
very fond of his
thing,
arc.
but he was out in. He came to the club. He was at the Mothership like a couple months ago.
Really?
I watched the show. And he was lovely, and he had his dad there. And then I was looking him up on the internet, and I think the night before he was arrested for jaywalking because he kept calling a policeman silly. Like he went to cross a main road, and the policeman said, "You can't do that." And he said, "You're being silly. You're a silly policeman." He said the word silly.
That'll piss off a cop. You call a cop silly. They're not going for silly.
Yeah, I think silly is one of the. I mean, it's a great thing to call a cop, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
not
literally
violent.
the last thing they want to hear.
Don't be silly.
Oh, you're being silly, man.
That
Because they're
activates
not
their-
silly at all. They're serious. It's the most serious men usually.
Yeah, it's much better than pig.
Yeah, they'd rather
Everyone
pig.
has pig.
At least there's
Pig
like
does no
anger
damage.
behind pig. If you're like, dude, you're being a little silly. They're like,
Also, pig is just such a standard like go-to.
Yeah.
Silly is like, wow, this guy has some beef with me for sure.
this
Like,
guy's,
well,
this guy's fucking with my head.
yeah.
But yeah, I just knew something went down. I don't know what happened, but I just thought about. My thought was like, say you were on record though, because the details come out. People just assume when they hear there was any sort of like assault or aggravation there, they assume you like beat the hell out of her.
Yes.
In court of public opinion kind of thing. When you jump back into the dating pool, I wonder, like if a girl dates you after hearing publicly that you were
They
beating,
flinch a lot.
yeah, or is it like, what's up with that? Like, is it like, are they like, okay, well, I know what I'm signing up for? Like, are there girls out there being like, oh, she was being a pussy? Of course your boyfriend shoves you. That's what I was wondering about. There's got to be girls out there that are like, yeah, for sure.
It's Italian women.
Yeah, sure. That was all. It was just a stupid thought in my car.
I'm sure there's girls that are about it like that, though.
Getting shoved.
Yeah. And they'll give it back.
Yeah.
Chris Brown's reputation has not been hurt with his woman.
There you
fan
go.
base.
That's a good one.
Ladies
No.
love Chris
didn't
Brown,
he-
and his Wikipedia page is nuts. If you go to the controversies page on Chris Brown,
Yeah.
Yeah, but
that
women
wasn't
are-
an isolated Rihanna incident.
Well,
He's
really?
hitting heaps of ladies.
Really?
They're so horny
Allegedly.
for him, though.
He's like, have you seen the videos of him like just like at his shows, just humping girls on
Yeah,
stage?
the meet and greet.
Crazy.
By the
Meet
way,
and greet.
M-E-A-T.
women
Yeah,
are
yeah.
getting
Oh, you gotta
pregnant,
go
taking
fast.
pictures with Chris Brown. They love that he's socking girls because it's like that means eventually enough of these girls are going to get socked and dropped out that I'm going to have
I'm
a
next.
chance. Yeah, I'm like 230,000th in line. If he could just, all I know is
Not through all of them.
I got to just be able to take one good one and I'm set for life. True. He's gonna be dancing on me.
Yeah, that's his lawyer must have like the fund that like just one savings account just for like smacking the lady
the
fund.
smack fund.
Smack funds.
He was smacking.
Getting kind of low, Chris.
It wasn't even just girls he was dating. It was like someone who was looking after his dog, someone who did his hair.
Wait, what?
Have you read this?
He beat his dog walker?
Everyone can get it.
Chris Brown is
Like his dog or like his dog? Like his dog.
allegedly. Sorry, allegedly. I have to keep saying
Yeah.
allegedly, but it's a big controversies Wikipedia page, and it's almost all.
What is the controversy? What's the alleged controversy?
There's one after another. No, there's like 20.
Oh, assaults.
Like allegedly.
Really? Oh yeah, he just got rearrested recently. Yeah, he threw. Yeah, they. Yeah. It's like a big one. It was like one of those, I think it was Fat Square Boys. I could be wrong. It was either tall and long or fat and square.
At this point, if you piss off Chris Brown, isn't it kind of your fault? You know what I mean? It's like, obviously he has a history of being a bit of a hothead. You know, it's like, maybe just keep your distance from him. I don't know.
That would suck. You're just recording like very
like
sexual R&B. You're like kind of chubbed up. You're like, this is kind of weird. The guy just beats your ass. That'd be, getting your ass kicked as a sound engineer to R&B would be crazy.
Yeah.
That would suck, dude. Imagine if Boys II Men just stomped you, dude. Just DP'd you.
They had to.
Think Boys II Men were stomping
Oh
people?
yeah, you're getting punched with like very extravagant rings on their hands and shit. That shit sucks.
That one guy comes into the back.
You're getting
like,
kicked with a loafer that's softer than anything you've ever felt before. They're like, damn, I'm gonna grab one from my pillowcase.
Oh. Yeah, I never thought about that. That sucks. Well, hopefully Chris Brown figures it out, man. You can't be doing
Pretty
that.
sure recording studios see a lot of fights. I think a lot, and it's like a guy comes in for maybe a verse, or maybe he brought in a beat.
Yeah.
And then like another guy doesn't like him, and it just turns into like a Kai Cenat stream.
True.
Probably pretty frequently.
That's a good point.
There's just girls twerking and guys screaming, and no one understands what's going on.
It's got to be such a stressful
And then
environment.
you get a platinum record out of it. It's like the formula worked once
Pressure
again.
make diamonds.
It's true. Huh?
Pressure makes diamonds.
True.
You have a cool, easy recording studio.
Yeah, I've always wanted to be in the studio like that. I never got the
Be in the stew, cook up in the stew.
cook in the stew. Yeah.
You got all your jewelry on, you're wearing sunglasses, you got like a cup of something, and you're just like vibing to the beat, and no one is sure if they like the song yet or not, but everyone's just like, we gotta keep the vibe going.
True.
That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, man.
If you're the guy's like, this is kind of ass, you might get turned on by everyone else in the room.
I saw a video of Tupac blowing up because he thought there was too much of this going on in the green room. This was recently on a reel. He comes in and goes, "Quit messing around. We got girls dancing. We got people popping champagne. Let's make some music. We're going to do it one at a time. You can produce it later. Get my verse now." And it was sort of prophetic because he had so many verses recorded when he died. He didn't know how much time he had left.
Yeah, dude, apparently rappers now, all of them have like hundreds and hundreds of songs.
That's how you provide for your loved ones after you take too many drugs on a plane to Australia. Rest in peace.
They should just release all those songs as like podcasts. Like if you're just rapping
Juice
that
WRLD.
much, you might as well just do podcasts.
Yeah, exactly. Well, a lot of rappers are. Juice WRLD had a bunch of songs,
Juice WRLD's had like 3 albums come out after.
and he died on a plane to Australia.
I think he was worried about a drug dog, and he had some drugs on him, so he took all of them to get off the plane. It's very sad.
What?
Yeah.
I've
He had
done
drugs?
that,
That's
but
not
never
really how
had
he
more
died,
than like
is it?
one Xanax.
Is
Yeah.
that seriously how he died?
Yeah, I think that's how he had
Wait,
Juice
so he had a
WRLD.
ton of drugs on him, and he goes, he's already gotten through.
He got
security.
nervous
No,
at
well,
TSA.
I think he flew private, and he came down, and they said, "This country's very uptight about drugs." He went, "Well, I better have every pill that's on me right now." And then he took them, and then he was out.
What?
Australia strikes again. It's very sad.
They weren't. I don't know. I went there that one time. I had a fake Vax card. You guys didn't catch that. Probably had a weed pen if I had to guess. Australia, you can get anything through Australia.
We put up our signs are very spooky. I think it's easier
Really?
to get things in than we have a whole TV show about it, which is Border Patrol. I think it's called, where we get. It's a whole TV show about
Just
Chinese people
Australian
coming
guys
into the
staring
border.
at the ocean like, yeah,
They're at the airport and they just go through like Chinese people's bags. And like, what is this? You can't have this fish.
Yeah, you can't bring a lot of fruit. I did notice that, like fruit and all that other
Contraband.
stuff. You can't bring.
Very big on fruit.
I
Whereas
accidentally brought a stick home from Australia.
And
Found a
did,
cool
did they
stick.
say something about it, or were you able to bring it with you?
They can't. It passed,
That
bro.
sucks.
I've got those things through, dude. It's my stick. It was
get
in
them
my
out.
pocket. I forgot it was in there. It was a cool stick. It was like a very bare, smooth stick, and I brought it back from Australia. Probably crippled the.
Excuse me, that's my hoe bag.
This would sound silly, but the first time I was in America, I did see a cool rock, and I brought it home.
Did
And
you
I
really?
wanted to bring home a piece of American rock.
Did you?
Yeah.
Are you allowed to bring rocks from America to Australia?
No one questioned the. It was like a pebble. It was like a nice.
I
pebble
brought
in
a
someone's
pebble. I brought a
driveway.
nice pebble from Italy back to America. It was
That's
weird.
nice.
Oh.
You see a handsome rock, and you're like, I'm gonna bring this back
I
with
thought
me.
there's an energy here.
There's a lot of accomplished geo smugglers around here. This is crazy.
You're not supposed to take them from Hawaii though.
I
Because
heard.
the kapunas or something like that.
What's
Really?
kapuna?
What's the spirits? You take nothing from Hawaii.
I would take it
you
to be
leave
like,
all.
I don't believe in kapunas.
Well, you'd be fucked then.
Zuckerberg must be in trouble with the kapunas right now. Doesn't he have like a giant volcanic fucking bunker? in Hawaii?
I hope so. I don't know.
He does. I think so. Yeah,
heard
he
about this.
apparently scored a lot of property over there.
There's the underground cities that the rich are building to keep them safe from whatever's happening right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a topside
You just-
mutant.
I
I
gotta-
can't wait.
You got to put your
Topside mutant will be sick.
Cannot wait to be a topside mutant and torture the underground rich people, banging on the manhole covers. We're gonna come down there.
So fun.
I think America might be going to war now.
You think so with Iran?
I think it's happening now. Yeah, USA officially joins war. It's just happened
Oh man.
Ugh.
Against Iran?
against Iran.
What the freaking hell?
Mm.
Hope they don't use any dirty bombs. That's what I'm worried about. Those goddamn bioweapons.
Us or them?
Hmm?
Us or them? You mean?
I mean,
None of them. You
I
want a
hope
fair?
no one
you want a
uses
I
fair
hope
any
lanes.
COVID doesn't break out again during this war.
This is so much worse than the declaration of. I mean, like Churchill gets to go, we will fight them on the beaches.
Yeah.
We will. Trump's going, well, these guys
We
have
have a bunch
defensive
of autistic
equipment
guys
and plenty
using
of
drones.
it. It doesn't compare to
Was this on True
American-made,
Social?
manufactured stuff. Yeah. Nobody
Stuff?
does it better than the good old US of A in terms of war.
I mean, dude, we
That's
would
exciting.
we would
We're at
absolutely
war.
smash Iran, obviously, but it's like, can't we just say we're not going to war and then just kind of send like secret agents to do it or whatever?
the old-fashioned, the way we've been doing it for.
Yeah, can we just destabilize their economy like gentlemen?
use like a proxy. Be like, be polite. Use proxies. you
So
know?
wait, why are we doing it? Not just having Israel do it and being like,
I
God
don't
damn it.
know. I
I
don't.
think Trump got too excited. I think the
Think
playbook
Trump-
was obviously just provide Israel everything they need to destabilize the part of the Muslim world that we don't like forever,
And then he thinks maybe I could win a war.
just like Ukraine and Russia.
Yeah.
And then he was just like, we should actually jump in there and see
What
what's up.
What if Bibi just has crazy riz and nobody knows about it? He just feels like, come on, Trump, come on, it'll be so
He's
sick,
very
brother.
charismatic.
Brother, it'll go so sick.
It is funny that a dude named BB like started a giant war.
Possibly World War III.
Yeah. BB.
I mean, who would join Iran? China's not joining with Iran.
I think
Russia
Russia
backs
would.
it.
Russia,
would.
God dang it.
I think China could
China.
be courted, but China's so tied up with Africa right now.
Are they?
Yeah, they're going to milk Africa. They really need to stay focused. They don't want to get into a war.
Yeah,
They're not set up for it either.
good. That's good. So it'll be Russia, Iran. What a fucking
You know,
scraggly.
you know who? I mean, if they turned the lights off and played their music, it would get a big pop in the main event.
Ew.
If North Korea woke up right now,
Off the ropes.
you
out of
forgot all
nowhere.
about it. He was out with an injury. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, I
then
don't think they're-
WrestleMania comes. It's like North Korea.
I just don't think their
let's
missiles
go.
can reach.
I don't think they can do anything. But who cares?
It'd be sick if they just dropped in Fortnite style.
North
Yeah,
Korea
that's-
is the Rey Mysterio of world conflict. Small guy. You don't think he should have an impact.
but
taking
don't
out
let
the
him get
big
on the
shows
top
somehow.
turnbuckle.
So it could be, in theory, Iran and Russia versus
The Duppy
Israel and the
Boys
United States.
and United States.
Well, and
yeah.
then like also probably like France and like kind of EU countries are probably going to join.
Oh, you mean
us.
all of our pets?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't. You think? Yeah, I guess they'd have to. I
Yeah.
would assume.
The
Yeah, Germany, all those guys.
the classics.
They can send their 15 bicycles.
Fire up Egypt.
What,
You could
what's
probably
left of
you could
their
fire
force
Egypt up.
projection?
Because what countries are we tight with that are in that area? It's Egypt,
I don't
Jordan.
know, I feel like a lot of those
Saudi
guys don't
Arabia.
like
Saudi
this.
Arabia is huge. They just gave us a golden jet.
Yeah. I think you've probably got
Oh,
Iraq.
right,
What's
yeah.
left of Iraq is probably ready
Saudi.
to.
Isn't Jordan
in
on
there.
our side too? I think Jordan. It's always the king of Jordan. I think is like chilling.
Yeah.
So I think it will be. That's dude. That'll be crazy.
I've been thinking about how badly, if I was leaving high school this year, I'd probably, and my circumstances were the same as when I actually graduated high school, I probably would find a way to enlist and become a drone operator. I think it's the same. I actually, it sucks that I didn't get to fantasize that the same way I got to fantasize about being an Army sniper, where it was completely unrealistic and would have never happened. And
But now they've seen your Rocket League abilities,
Now-
and they say, "How
now
about you
that
join
I've-
a different kind
I
of
think
Rocket
they do
League?"
use like Xbox controllers.
Yeah, and then the reality of it is also cool, where you're like kind of just in the back of a truck wearing a headset, and all of like the actual grunts are laughing at you, and no one respects you. But it's like, yeah, whatever, dude. I'm locked in right now.
and you can twitch it.
Yeah.
You're like one of those. What are the guys in
Let's
Dune?
go, Chat.
Really like the dudes in Dune with like the pink. I mean, the blue eyes, like
Yeah,
like
the navigators.
The mentat.
like the quants or whatever.
That's probably happens to every professional Twitcher that gets caught saying the N-word on the stream. The government knocks up and like, we have
You
a
got
job.
2 options.
We have a job for you. Come here now and
God,
releasing
man.
the tape to
Put me
Twitter.
in the back of the truck and let the squad humiliate me while I drone strike people.
That would be so sick.
It's
dude.
nothing but kill streaks. It's gotta fucking rock, man.
It would be fucking awesome.
You got the cold-blooded perk on. You're like, fuck, dude, I got all my perks. I just prestiged actually. You have your gamer clan, just like XX whatever.
Yeah, man. You mad is actually the clan tag.
I think we did an hour, dude. Right, Gardines? All right, I gotta pee. I can tell. Oh, 53.
love
Oh,
a piss.
let's power through. It's 53. I've had a pee for the last 30 minutes.
I smell really bad.
Do you smell?
Yeah.
I made sure to go. I thought when you told me to come by, I was like, I gotta immediately go shower. I can't smell bad.
Really?
Well, no, I showered. I did everything, and I'm on a new kick. I'm trying to take care of myself. I'm trying to make. I've started sleeping.
Whoa,
Dude, sleeping with a
world.
TV on for
40 years.
40 years. is
40 years.
Crazy.
So I've taken the television out of our bedroom.
Oh,
nice.
And we're on. I haven't even completed a week of it yet, but so far so good. And then I got a mattress topper. It turns out my bed was very uncomfortable, and that was probably a part of it. So now I'm sleeping like a fucking king.
How's your stack?
I haven't gotten to the Tupperware bin full of supplements yet.
Okay.
It's still being unpacked.
That'll be there, yeah.
But I was at Walmart and I grabbed the same deodorant I get, but aluminum free.
Nice.
It's not working at all.
Stink.
I smell so bad right now.
Yeah.
I'd
It's
rather
making me
not
really
wear
self-conscious.
deodorant at all than the aluminum free.
I'm sticky
It
and
bleeds in his
stinky.
shirts and stuff. It's
Dude.
I don't wear it. I rarely wear it. In the summer, I'll like slap it on every now and again just because, like, you
Yeah.
know, one of my kids will be like, dude, you fucking stink. But
There's just my
I,
pheromones just fucking blasting.
I would be
I
better
really
off
wear-
going raw.
I swear, I think you are, man. I pretty much. remember when Sid stopped wearing deodorant and everyone had
I
an
was just talking
intervention?
about this. What a psychopathic move. I know. Sid did 6 months no deodorant and was in complete denial about how bad he reeked. It was filling rooms.
I was doing
He
that.
was changing shirts mid conversation.
Or
because
it's
he was
his
sweating
T
through
levels
his-
like though. You know, did he get his nanograms for deciliters checked?
They're probably high. If I had to guess,
Yeah.
Sid's are probably off the charts, dude. If I had to guess,
Judging from just the smell.
We drove to
I
Atlantic.
think so.
We drove to Atlantic City together to do a podcast, and it was like the windows in the car were bulging out from the smell. It was so fucking bad, and you'd be like, "Yo, dude, you stink." And you'd be like, "I don't think it's me," and it went
It was
nowhere.
so fun. It was like a can of soup. We were
People just started to
inside
like
of a-
back
dude.
away from him. People started to leave his personal life.
No,
he
it was the green room at Helium. The one time, like people were coming up to him like, "Dude, you stink in this green room," and he finally accepted it. He was like, "All right, I stink. I stink. I've been stinking for 6 months." Well, I'll give it to him because he wanted the no deodorant life so bad, which
Yeah.
I can respect. But he for real stunk. He was kicking off a stink,
There's no excuse, dude. I mean,
which is alpha.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed by the fact that I don't like.
if he powered through, if he
Sometimes
said
like-
yes,
yeah.
I do stink.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a completely different story.
Hey, that's your. Yeah, he could have said, "Hey, that's your problem, man."
Yeah, deal with it.
I love every aspect of myself.
Sometimes I feel like the stink comes when I don't rock deodorant. I feel like when I'm really stressed out, that's when the stink comes. I feel like it's a response to like the way that I am inside. So if I
makes
try
my
to like, just
frame.
lower
So
my
you're saying
You
stress, I don't
stink inside, you stink outside.
exactly.
If you lose frame, you just start to stink.
Sorry, I smell, guys. I'm super anxious right now.
That'll definitely, dude. Sit down on the plane, bust out the rosary beads. Be like, hopefully, I don't smell. I've been worried all morning.
That is a big word. I keep a stick of deodorant whenever I fly because, like, dude, you didn't notice when we were like going to like Sacramento and shit. I was hitting the deod like just in the waiting area.
Were you really?
Yeah, anytime I get on a plane, I have to reapply because I just get so worried that people are like, "What's up with that guy's deodorant?"
Dude, I don't wear deodorant on the plane. I fart the entire time.
yes.
I don't. I'll give
Someone
myself.
told me you told a story about me farting
Yes,
on an airplane.
it was the little kid turning around, and Butterly was. It was so they were so bad, and this
You
kid
got
would
over the sound of the jet engine?
No. The smell. The smells were fucking horrendous. And this little boy in front of us would smell them and get so excited and turn around and just wide smile between the seats. And I couldn't stop. And he was like telling his mom or dad, and they kept being like, dude, stop. It's like, they did it again, Mom.
Was he able to clock who it was, like specifically from just like?
We were blaming each other. We were both blaming each other the entire time. And even the mom in front was laughing pretty hard. I saw her shoulders quaking. It was, what a good sport the mom was.
Probably started a lifelong perversion for that child.
This kid couldn't have been happy. He was the only one on the plane. Couldn't have been happier.
That's a core memory of his.
He was, dude.
You farted a core memory into his brain.
I mean, just sitting in the smell, being like, no, it's cool. And then you see that fucking smile. You're like, fuck. Mom, they did it again. Mom, they did
I don't know what he's talking about.
Ma'am, could you shut your child up?
No, I give myself like 10 farts, and then if I have to, I'll take a dump in the plane. But
10's the number. It's too much. Time to go shit.
if I'm sitting next to a lady, guys, infinite. I'll fart the
Wait, you
entire
fart next to a
time.
lady?
I'll fart 10 times next to a lady, and then I'll
Depends.
go
If it's a crabby lady, farts are the worst punishment she can receive. I'm not allowed to strike her or raise my voice at her, but I can almost shit my pants at her.
I've had some times recently where I'll be like, end of the night, Brittany's in the bathroom doing whatever, and I'll be like naked and like she's in the bathroom, I'm in the bedroom, just naked farting in the bed, and I'll be like sitting there like, she has to hate me. She must just be disgusted. There's literally just a creature.
Well, the rage has to come out somewhere. They don't say this about Chris Brown. He never farts in front of a woman. That's where he starts
That we know of.
swinging.
That we know
That
of.
we know of.
Yeah, he might have
That
had
might be where all the farts come
NDAs.
from. He just fucking rips. Like, oh my God. He's like, shut the fuck up, bitch.
He
hasn't
was in
signed
a
an NDA
car
about
with
what the fight's
Rihanna.
about. It was like,
He was in a car.
out there.
Oh, yeah. The big one was in the car with Rihanna.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Just crushed the car. Steam the glass.
The glass was melting.
On the shitting on a flight, there's a hack I've found. I didn't know if people know this. You're allowed to use the toilet before the plane takes off. So
Yeah.
when they're doing that, I didn't know. For years, I thought you had to wait until you were in the sky and
Nah.
the seatbelt's off. If you're on the tarmac, you can,
Yeah.
and no one's in there. No one's ever contesting for the first poop on the plane. It's
But then
gettable.
everyone knows, like, if you do stink it up, the rest of the flight, everyone's
Yeah,
like, it was
or
that.
if you take a brutal dump and they're like waiting to take off, and then you got to walk out with the whole plane, like, what the fuck?
We've had
Brittany
to
tried to
cancel the
get me-
flight.
What?
We've had to cancel the flight.
Yeah, we've had
Someone's left an awful mess in here.
Brittany told me, she's like, go ask the stewardess for some coffee to bring into the bathroom with you. It'll kill the smell. I was like, I'm not fucking
I'm going to
doing
get
it.
fecal
That's a
matter in the
tough,
coffee. That's gross.
Yeah,
that's
it's
a
like, A,
tough
I'm not
sell.
wasting the coffee, and B, it's like, no, I'm just going to take a shit. I'm not going to be like, hey, it's going to smell really bad when I poop. Can I have some coffee, please? It's like, absolutely not.
Also, does coffee drive out the smell of poop, or would it just smell
I
like
mean,
poop and coffee? The
it might
worst
cut,
mocha
it might
blend.
cut it, but yeah, you need a lot. You need some strong beans, and
You should peel an orange while you shit in the
there you
bathroom.
go. That's not a bad idea.
It's like a Yoko
I mean,
Ono poem.
the match and toilet paper is obvious, or just lighting a match and throwing it in. That for real crushes the smell.
They should
Yeah.
let you vape on the plane just in the bathroom, though, like to cover up the shit with like
That's not
blueberry,
bad. Some
whatever.
vanilla
smell.
blueberry over the.
Yeah. Little dreamsicle.
All right, we made an hour. I have to pee so fucking bad.
Eat my
Thank you,
rolls.
bros.
Sick.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for having me.